another Fisher block off from Yapzor, causing a bit of issues for Jerax as Jerax chased down by the Blade Fury. Again, Yapzor's movements up and down the map, causing so much trouble for OG in this laning stage.
This is kind of the penalty. I mean, Seb has 3 points in living armor, but there's a lot of DOT on the side that can just take off these instances very, very quickly. You've got the Blade Fury, you've already got 2 points in Arcane Curse. It heavily mitigates what should be a very, very valuable defensive spell. And obviously, against the Storm Spirit, it's going to be great because it'll block the overload damage and the right-click damage, but Topson does not really need the help. So it's mainly these side lanes that are not benefiting from this living armor as much as they should.
So Seb does. Let's get silent. Still gets the root off, of course, with that passive hit. But Zai is keeping it safe. Seb getting a lot of farm, obviously, on that top lane, with No-Tail's constant backup and harassment being thrown the way of Zai. And we'll see what Seb is going to be able to do with that down the line. Bottom lane, again, Yapzor. He's eyeing up a chance to get a Fisher out. Jerax and Ana, they've got to be careful. The curse already on there, onto the PA. Ana, he's trying his best to run, but the Blade Fury damage from Nisha. Ana's in a lot of trouble. He will jump over to the side and has the stick charges. No-Tail will come in to offer some backup. Ana still ticking down to that curse. Is it going to be enough to kill him? I think it is. He's going to die to it.
One more tick.
It's gone. It was enough damage. He was forced to do so, of course. If he didn't blink and you know, cause the curse to proc even longer, he would have died. So he's dead either way. This one was probably more painful as it took him longer to die, so therefore longer before he's going to get back to the wave.
And yet again, more int goes the way of Puppey. Dude has 8 int at 7 minutes into the game and may get a little bit more off Jerax.
Yeah, looking for this Brimstroke. They're going to find it. Puppey just getting smarter and smarter. 10 int at 7 minutes. Got to be one of the fastest. Now they look towards Ana. Ana tried to jump in for this one. They're looking for the kill onto the PA. He does have the living armor from Seb, but the control from Yapzor. The curse is back up Ana. He's got to run. Will get back in time. Jerax is there with the backup. So Secret won't be able to dive for another. But 6 kills, 3K lead. Secret off to a bit of a dream start here.
It's rare that you'll see Arcane Curse be so effective early on, and he's not even laning against the Bad Rider, who would normally be the target for this silencer. It's mainly against this Phantom Assassin, who, you know, your evasion's great and all, but it's not going to help you against magic damage. She's getting more and more sustained from the living armor, but, I mean, this is your top lane was a Treant Protector and a Bad Rider.
Oh no, and it looks like another OG. Jerax caught out Yapzor, making it look so simple with these Fisher block-offs. OG, they will try and turn. The Ink Swell was there for Ana, jumping forward onto Puppey. No-Tail also comes in with a TP. Can they actually chase him, though? It's going to be hard. Another dagger's out upon him. Puppey, he's trying to hide. The healing ward's there as well, healing him up, but Ana will get in. They will get the kill upon him. So OG able to get their first kill, taking down Puppey.
Invis Storm Spirit wants to get some vengeance, though.
Level 7, full mana from the Invis. He has a lot to play with. The Topson is there as well. So can react with a quick Rolling Thunder. Nisha's going to start having a bit of a poke at Topson. Swashbuckle used into Rolling Thunder. It's going to get cancelled by the Fisher. Then the Vortex. They're controlling him. Can they burst him before he gets the ult off? They can. They burst down Topson. They'll turn towards Ana. They're going to get both cores out of this. More and more in for Puppey. 16 in at 8 minutes.
This is outpacing any sort of benchmark any support silencer would ever have. It was, what a well-timed Fisher. If the Topson was able to get that Rolling Thunder off, it would have been much more difficult for them to get that kill. And they still did have to end up burning Omni Slash to finish off the Phantom Assassin, but that's absolutely worth it.
OG have got to try and find some slowdown somewhere. As all this chaos has been going on, it has been that top lane where Seb, the magical man, has been left to himself. He's going for the phase, into that Yules, for that control, that setup. He's going to need to make a lot of moves happen, though, when he has that done. Bottom lane, Topson, he jumped in with the Swashbuckle, the Blade Fury, the Fisher. Topson, he's got the living armor, so he will be safe. But playing on the very edge of his seat there, Topson had to be careful, especially with Puppey around. If he gets a curse off, OG will be in trouble. Now we'll see the movement. Seb coming down to this bottom lane. They've got the 4 of them here, OG. They need to find something big. And Nisha, he's a tough target. We'll see if they can get any sort of setup. They'll move on to Puppey first. Jump forward, Topson, Swashbuckle into the Rolling Thunder. They should be able to punch down Puppey. Can they get more? Jerax will fall in return. Nisha with the Blade Fury. Oh, the living armor actually in the Ink Swell. Jerax, he's fine. They'll turn towards Yapzor. The Shaker's in trouble as well as Topson. He'll get Yapzor. OG able to react. Seb joins the fight. And for the first time, OG will get the better trade.
Extremely well played by Seb. You can tell that this dude is a Treant player. Radiant had placed a sentry ward on the side lane because they knew that eventually a Treant Protector was going to come by, but Seb took the long way around on the east side, skirted around the radius, and was able to just surprise Secret.
Seb just keeping the game in check for his team, making sure that there's a game for Ana and Topson to keep up in farm. A couple more fights like that and OG can close the gap. A lead that Secret have created off their strong lanes, off those strong early movements from Yapso bottom. Seb starting to poke a Puppey. Jerax and Topson are here. A Puppey just a little too far away. I'm gonna say that Seb, he is using the ult, seeing if he can continue to go for this. Really wants to take down this silencer, and those punches, they sure are hurting. Jerax is here as well. Inkswell to allow Seb to continue to close the gap, and Puppey's gone. Nisha, once again, he's got Jerax's number. He's going for it with the Blade Fury. He will find it, but Topson, Rolling Thunder, does he have enough control? Nothing to bounce off immediately. So Nisha will be able to back away. 1-for-1 there between the supports.
And Seb was able to get out, just started teleporting as soon as the Vortex was used from the Storm Spirit. I mean, it's a surprisingly quiet game from mid one.
Instant moves as well from Secret, looking to take down Ana. Ana's got backup though. Jerax in with the TP, No-Tail's on his way over as well. Ana waiting for the curse to end before he jumps. No, he's got to make a jump now. Wants to make the use of the Inkswell. Looking for Puppey, the squisher of the heroes. The slow's there, but it's not enough. Ana's got to be careful now. The silence kicks in. No-Tail and Jerax will look towards Zai. They've got the lasso. They drag Zai back. Can they kill him off before he's out? He's got the stick charges. The Echo Yapso baits Ana in. The control and the damage is there to kill off the PA. Fisher onto Jerax, another living armor from Seb. Keeps Jerax fine. Inkswell, the chase down. Here comes the tree. Roots down to Zai. They'll get the puck. They may lose Ana, but they do get Zai. Zai off the map for 20 seconds. A lot of space in that mid lane, as you say. Mid one taking this portion of the game to chill out, get these first items, get his Kaya before he starts getting super mobile around the map. And he's getting a lot of farm, second highest on the net worth, only behind his Jug. Nisha still leading the charge this game with the phase drums, and now into the Asher.
Yeah, he realizes it's not necessary as a Storm Spirit to get active this early on. He would probably just be wasting his time having to deal with that Treant Protector living armor. So gonna sit back, wait for the Kai to come out. I mean, Zai and Puppey are doing a great job in making sure this Phantom Assassin is having a miserable time. This Arcane Curse is so difficult for her to deal with. It's 6 seconds that she can't do anything. And if she does anything, it's another 5 seconds added onto it. And by that time, the cooldown would come back. Ana is going to take so much damage from the silencer. And even once she gets like a BKB or something like that, it's still so much sustained damage that will come after a team fight.
Top lane pings are made. Has No-Tail. He's going to go for the solo smoke to head up here. Try and help Seb get the pick off onto Yapso. Yapso, of course, been having a very good game so far with the Fishers. The smoke will be dispelled. No-Tail does end up walking into Puppey. Puppey's got his eyes on him. As No-Tail will be unable to make that rotation and gank potentially onto Yapso. The information's there for Secret. They'll play it safe and get back.
And they get the ward that No-Tail was placing in that adventurous mission. And even though level 6 is available for Secret's Silencer with this global silence, they don't feel any need to use it. It's pretty much once mid one decides to start moving around the map and taking advantage of, being a Storm Spirit, will Puppey start using that global silence to help him defensively.
It's going to be so hard for Topson in the midst of the fights to do a whole lot. Anytime you hear or see that Rolling Thunder coming, you know that Puppey's going to be hitting the global.
Yeah, which is why Seb is rushing this Yule Scepter. He knows that he is the quickest solution to take care of the Storm Spirit. If this global comes out, he'll just purge himself, get down, and then root the Storm Spirit.
See, they're on the hunt here up top. Mid one, he has got Dust prepared. Sentry's going to be down. It gets Vision there. Actually a little scared because Topson's coming in with a haste rune. Gets the silence proc. The overgrowth set up with a Fisher. Blocking off Topson into the global. He cannot get the Rolling Thunder off in time. Now he's the one in trouble. Zip 4, Dreamcore, Vortex. They drag him in. Topson's dead. Secret quick to react to make sure that OG cannot find that jump that they hope for. The global's out and everything's put to a stop for OG.
See, now this game I'm definitely on board with Topson going for a utility build. He's got Greaves queued up, anything to purge off this global. That's the name of the game for all of these OG heroes, because if he gets globaled into a leash and he's not able to use his Rolling Thunder at all, he's not the hero that you want in the mid lane getting such a high farm priority.
Looking towards Nisha. And instantly taking the root off with that Blade Fury on the side, no tail. He's trying to go in on top of Puppy, and with the Firefly, he will find it. They'll lose Jarek surely, as Midbon's still got enough mana to play with. He may even get a couple of these
armor.
The living armor! The turnaround, the soul by Jarex. He's still alive. They have the control to hold back Midbon and Zai. Anna pops the stick charges, no tail, shrining up. Nisha will find the kill eventually onto Jarex. He's going to try for more with the Blade Fury on Thompson. He's up to the side, fishes over the two, but Anna's in. He kills off Midbon. They've got the control for more. They'll look towards Zai. Zai being chased down by Anna. See if they can finish this puck off. In with the Phantom Strike. He's got another jump out to the side with the orb. Turns with the Dream Coil to hold back Anna. Anna ticking to the sides as Thompson and Seb. Can they help him out? No, Echo's there. Slam down from Yapzor. A triple kill setup. Thompson still trying to find Zai. Phase just back up. Zai still on the retreat. Can Thompson get him? He can. Swashbuckles there. He will find Zai. The question if he can get out, he'll have the Swashbuckle back up in a couple of seconds. Blade Fury's there. Swashbuckles available down into the river. Gets the disarm onto the Shaker.
No mana for a Fissure yet.
Got another jump out with the shield crash. So Thompson, he will make it away. OG making the best of a bad situation there. At least able to find some kills in return for losing their cores. But still continues to be a hard game for all three of them. As you can see on the net worth, they're very level with one another. But it's around this 5k point. Whereas on the side is Secret, both Mid-One and Nisha jumping heavily ahead in farm. Nisha getting all the big kills in that fight.
All the big kills, all the experience, and they want to keep going.
In onto No-Tail, Dragon with the Vortex, Global Silence as well to make sure there's no response from OG. As Mid-One's back out, easily safe. Kaya, 1k gold on top of it as well. You can only imagine the Puppy's intelligence continues to grow this game. I was still on the 18 actually, wasn't around for that one. It was just the global that he offered in. Maybe though if they find Anna, Mid-One unable to get the control before Anna's quick with the jump away. And Anna, he's come across that first hurdle, the 2k gold, pretty much has the demon edge. As he is going for the Battle Fury build this game. Feels that they don't have sort of the momentum to go straight for that Deso build. Knows that he's got to play the farm game.
Definitely not, and especially against a Silencer, going for anything ultra aggressive is just going to come back and bite you. Although Global is down now for a pretty substantial amount of time, still another minute and a half. So ideally OG can start to look for something, and for the heroes are grouping up bot, they can start to try to take these towers. But despite being such an active game, every single tier 1 tower remains. And that's not too surprising on the side of OG, because they've got a Treant Protector.
Then Mid-One tries for the zip. Fisher won't connect from Yapzor. So No-Tail's fine. He's actually going to look for the lasso. TP's in. Do they have the chain locked down? They don't. Not quick enough. Mid-One's able to get away. No follow-up in time to allow them to do anything with the lasso. Seb still down bottom. Yule's Scepter pretty much done on this Treant. We can definitely expect to see Seb get a little more involved. Taking this tier 1 tower bottom as well, as you say. It's been a game where none of the towers have pulled as of yet. We could definitely see that being the case for a long time with OG having this living armor on their side.
Yeah, until Secret starts grouping up as 5, these towers are going to remain. I mean, we saw earlier there was a siege at the tier 1. Oh, but look at that. It's basically at 100% HP now. Those bot tower, on the other hand.
Yeah, Secret themselves, no real way of holding the tower. They'll let it go. So Jax, get the goal for it. Mid lane, starting to poke with Thompson. Does get the shield crash. And the living armor. Is starting to now make these sort of pick-offs that Secret were finding successful earlier. A little harder to make. They've got to commit a little more to get the kills as quickly as they were in the early game. Starting to slow down, and that could definitely benefit this Anna PA if he's able to hit his farming times.
They're slowing down, but they're slowing down with good intention. Yapzor has completed his Blink Dagger a few minutes ago, and Puck Zai is working his way to one, gonna have it in 200 gold. And then once those are up, once the global is back, keep finding good initiation.
Got eyes on Seb. Seb's in trouble, zipping from Mid-One. There's backup on the way. Yapzor's in with the control. They're trying to get in with that Rolling Thunder, but with the Global Silence, Thompson cannot shield crash up to the high ground. They've got to now get out of there. They've lost Seb. Jump in with the Omni slash Nisha. He's found a second. They're even going to find Jarex as well. Caught in between the two of them. As Secret find 3. These global silences making it impossible for OG to play their lineup in these team fights.
Yeah, none of the purges are online yet. Still, Greaves still quite a ways away for Thompson. Yule's still not online yet for that Treant Protector. Taking these fights is so very dangerous because they don't even have the Blink Daggers. It's not like they can initiate and then be like, okay, we can back off now. We can bait out the global silence. Once the global comes out, how are you going to get away from a Dream Coil? How are you going to get away from a Storm Spirit with Ball Lightning and Kaya?
It's just so hard for OG to fight anytime it's there. They've got to try and make something happen within that pretty long window when the global silence is unavailable for Puppey.
Yeah.
So far with the pace the Secret's been playing, it's proved to be very hard for OG to punish that opening.
And this is something that OG are kind of used to at this point. I mean, they've run no-tail Bad Rider so many times, and other teams would never dream of it. They're like, if my Bad Rider doesn't get BOTs in the first, like, 15 minutes, then why am I playing this hero? But OG know that, you can sacrifice a little bit of early game dominance, especially against a silencer where you know it's going to be difficult anyway to play a Bad Rider, and just hope that things will go well your way whenever you get the initiation items, maybe post 30 minutes.
This would be a big kill if they can find it. Seb with the vision set up onto mid-pond. Anna's on his way over, but already the Vortex control is going to make sure there's no overgrowth from Seb to follow up the initial route. Mid-pond's able to zip back to safety.
Even if they get these disables, they need to hope they can chain it into a lucky shot, or maybe an ink swell. And honestly, Jerax's Groomstroke has just not been as much of a game breaker as he has been in previous games.
A lot of casualties in that laning stage for Jerax.
Exactly.
It was a tough lane down bottom, and Secret, they punished the hell out of it against OG. A lot of kills, getting Nisha that propulsion to get to this lead that he's at. 11k net worth at 21 minutes in. This Jug is hitting timings that Anna is struggling to keep up with. For quite some time. I mean, he's nearly got the Manta style complete on Nisha.
Yeah, and then he can use Blade Fury at his luxury to get out of overgrowth.
8-0-8. They just haven't been able to kill him. This could be the case with pretty much all three of Secret's cores. They're very slippery. Nisha with the Blade Fury, Zai with the Orb, Mid-One with the Zip. These are not easy targets to kill.
Sentry Ward's place scan comes out. Dire knows that Secret's on their high ground, and Seb is just dancing around. If he moves a little bit south, though, he might show up in the Sentry Ward, but Secret's gonna back off. Let this Storm Spirit start to siege up top, although, you're kind of wasting your time if you're just one hero against a Treant Protector trying to push a tower. They're gonna move into Roche instead, and Treant Protector can't help that unless he actually moves to the pit.
There's no way that OG can contest this Roche.
I mean, with the Thompson Rolling Thunder, it has potential, but they already blew their scan on the high ground.
And Global's back up for Puppey.
Exactly. So they're not 100% sure where Secret even is, though, because they're not committing to this tier 2 push down bot. They're just kind of gathering up mid, and now it seems like a handful of heroes are converging, but this Roche is already too far gone at this point, and looks like the Storm Spirit's going to be a very, very happy.
Thompson has got the Greaves out, so has got a way to remove those globals. There's the silence coming in. In fact, he's stunned up as well. He's not even going to get a chance to use the Greaves. It looks like he did, but it didn't matter. The stun control just means that he's wiped out of the game immediately. No tail as well. Should tick down to the curse. Dream Car being used as well. Living Armor is keeping him alive a little bit. In fact, up on the cliff as well. They can't quite see him. Now they can, though. He shows himself. The Bat dead as well.
Oh, God, this fire. Oh, God.
Oh.
He needs mana. Okay, he's fine. Very surprising that they choose to take that engagement. I mean, again, it is Rolling Thunder inside of a Roche pit, so in theory, if you can make their way fast enough, then it's great, but he doesn't have a Blink Dagger on this Pangolier, it's a Greaves. So even if you do activate the Rolling Thunder on the high ground, the amount of time that it'll take you to make your way into the pit and start bumping around, the Aegis was already claimed, and maybe they thought that, okay, they have high ground vision of us, Storm Spirit's gonna catch us if we try to disengage, but it was a very, very heavy commitment, and I suppose at the minimum, Global Silence was used, but Puppey's... Dude, that's 26 in. This silencer is not going to be able to get picked off in a team fight situation very, very quickly. He's got 2 chainmails. He knows what he's doing to survive against this Phantom Assassin.
Yeah, all about those arm items, Puppey. His bucklers, and as you say, the chainmails, that's the kind of stuff that he likes to rock. He knows the power of having that physical damage reduction at this point, especially against heroes like the PA. Anna, Battle Fury, 1,600 gold in towards the BKB. This game very much for OG about keeping this game going to allow him to get the farm set. But he's just going to walk straight up into the mid lane. We'll go for the self-fuels. Has the living armor, still has the overgrowth if he feels the need to pop it. Thompson jumps in with a swashbuckle. No tail in the fight as well. Anna going in, looking for those crits. Can he find it? The lasso control is there. Can they actually kill Nisha off? The bounces are true, but Anna, he's losing a lot of health for this. Overgrowth's going to be used, holding the 3 of them down, but Mid-One still freezes out towards Jerax. Jerax getting nuked down low by these overloads. As Nisha gets the kill, Jerax is gone. OG, they have to be careful. They have to back up. They cannot afford to lose anyone else here. The jump forward. Yapso finds the Fisher. Blink over from Zai. They've closed the gap. This PA in trouble. Can Ana jump away once more towards Notel? The curse still going. He'll go immediately for the TP out. There's nothing to cancel it. He will escape, but Seb won't be quite as fortunate. And maybe Notel too, as he's trying to firefly away, but Yapso jumps in. Control once again from Yapso's Shaker. Absolutely unbelievable. As 3 die on OG, 25-9 at 25 minutes in. Secret with a 12K gold lead.
This is the worst feeling as a Phantom Assassin, is when you can't even insta-gib a support. Puppy Silencer had 25 armor when he was sitting underneath his tier 1 tower, so he went for a couple of Phantom Strikes, he went for the dagger, it couldn't finish him off, and he was like, all right, whatever. At this point, I'm not going to waste any more time with it. Tried to move on to the Storm Spirit.
And Thompson, he's going to be found down bottom. Zai spots him out with the orb. The Dream Card counts the TP. Yapso and Mid1 will finish him off. Surely he's got a swashbuckle, but it doesn't matter. The burst damage is there. The kills being picked up for Mid1 after that freshly found Bloodstone. As they're just racking up, so this infinite scaling. Puppy 32 stolen in.
It's getting very close to the point of no return right now for OG.
I mean, just looking at Nisha's items, he's just had the freest game ever on this jug. It really has worked out to be the perfect final pick for Secret, and Nisha's played it as such. 11:09, 4 minutes faster than the average. This Mjolnir timing, I mean, all of his item timings. This jug is just almost impossible for OG to deal with at this point.
Jug and the Storm Spirit as well, 15 Bloodstone charges. With an Arcane Rune, let's go.
Yeah, Mid1, he's just going in. He's looking for the squishies, looking for those easy picks, looking for those easy Bloodstone charges. As Jerax found alone. And even if he wasn't, it feels at this stage, Mid1's pretty free to zip in as he wishes. Especially with a minute left on that Aegis. Not really too much at all that he has to be scared of, especially when Puppy as well has Global Silence ready to utilize. He can just ball in and know he's going to have that global backup that makes it so hard for OG to do anything. As Notel, he'll come out of the base, but Mid1's already hunting him down. A Fisher from Yapso jump in as well. Notel's gone. More Bloodstone charges for the Storm. They'll try and chase towards Thompson. He has got the Greaves. Remove that curse and potential silence.
The lack of initiation is just killing OG right now, because Puppy has all the luxury of using global whenever he wants. The way to play against the Silencer is to force out useless globals.
We're seeing a heavy amount of TPing back here. They really want to find Ana. I think the full 5-man TP coming into play. It looks like Mid1 did not get out. They'll kill Ana. Mid1 was left behind. Can they kill him 2 times? 10 seconds on the Aegis. It's in their best interest to not kill him too quickly, but they do. They do kill him before the Aegis is gone, so he's going to have that second life now to play with, and he's going to play with them, straight in with the zip, global as well. They're in and with the silence on towards Jerax. Is there anything Thompson can do to save him? We'll put the Greaves, and that will put Mid1 off, going for more. Silence is out, on to Zai. Can they actually kill him off? Puppy comes in, Soulbind on the 2 of them, Lasso controlling the Silencer. Can OG get these kills? They should get time, but Yapso in with the Echo Slam, the Omni Slash follow-up from Nisha. As OG, Vortex, triple buybacks will come out, but a 19K lead now, 32 for 9. Secret just keeping the show rolling.
Oh, that's brutal. Storm Spirit activates the Bloodstone before his first death, buys enough time for Zai's BOT Puck to come in, and then Puck takes the focus. Everyone starts converging on him. Then Silencer comes in. He's like, hey, look at me. I'll get leashed along with the Puck. Everyone groups up to kill these 2 heroes. Mid1 backs off, and then in comes Yapso with an amazing Echo Slam.
And Seb, he's going to come out here. They have got a sentry down. Mid1's around as well. Seb will hide himself in the trees again, making sure that he doesn't get hit by the ball lightning. In terms of the info, as already, Mid1 has actually run out of mana. Do they have the damage to kill him? They've got the silence on him. Swashbuckle as well. Thompson's going to jump forward. They'll kill him off. It's a big, big kill for OG. Can they get more from it? They're looking at Nisha. Nisha, he has got a lot of teammates coming in. The Yapso jumps forward for the silence proc from the Lucky Shot. This Shaker's jumped in. He's very tanky. There'll be a buyback from Mid1 ready to come into the fight. They're already backing OG. No, they'll TP Notel out. They will lose Jerax. Seb trying to get away, but Mid1's in. Vortex has control. They'll lose Seb. And they'll look to try and play for more here, utilizing that buyback of Mid1. See what more they can get. Mid1's going to head out to the side. He's low on mana. But Nisha can keep the push going on. 3,700 gold on this Juggernaut. He can start building into his butterfly.
Now, typically in these situations, OG starts cutting creep waves like crazy, but Secret are already ready for that. They've got the BOTs on puck, and they've got a Storm Spirit who can easily back up and find whoever's trying to cut these creep waves, and despite Thompson being behind enemy lines, he has to do it from the high ground.
He does swashbuckle in, mid one, straight towards the back lines, drags in onto No-Tail again. These fishes from Yapso clip the two of them. No-Tail's dead, global silence used. They waited out, OG will be able to move Thompson far enough away, so Secret can only just get the No-Tail kill. They won't get Thompson. Do have to be a little careful with the fact that they used that buyback on the Storm. Thompson as well, can't afford to get too close to Nisha. Shield crash is there, but they're already in with the control onto him, and that's going to be Thompson in a whole lot of trouble. He tries to get the Rolling Thunder out. Can he escape? He's bouncing around incredibly low. Needs to somehow jump himself up to the high ground. He will get away. Thompson will survive. Anna, BKB used, has got the ability to jump over towards safety on the high ground. He'll get away and out of that. OG were able to take Puppey down.
Thompson lives, but that's a 10-second BKB being spent for Anna for ultimately just one support kill. And now Roche has the potential to respawn in a minute.
Seb's got to be careful, but the dust is there on him. Has got the Yules to remove it, but another dust is there, ready to follow it up. He cannot get the overgrowth out. Yapso Echo Slam as Anna gets baited into this. Drag back as well. Jarek, can he do anything to save Anna? He will allow the chance for Anna to jump over to the side. Thompson tag teams in, goes in with the swashbuckle. Zai still on top of Anna and Jarek. They're both silenced. Anna, he's got to keep on the retreat. Another Fisher. Yapso, he clips onto Anna. Over to Jarek. Mid one's in. He's lowering them out of there. The silence. Jarek's making sure that Anna has a chance to get up to the high ground. TP over from No-Tail coming in as well, but the jump in from Zai. The nuke damage from the orb. Anna is dead. He does have buyback available. He's gone for 60 seconds if he doesn't use it. A Secret pushing onto the tier 3s. No-Tail will go for the lasso. There's the buyback from Anna. What can they do? Fisher's out, and Secret will back. They'll respect the PA buyback. And Seb coming back into the game as well. Thompson instantly silenced. Greaves used. He has the Rolling Thunder. Can he lock down any of them long enough for the rest of OG to get in? Anna, Inkswell's on him. They jump in. The Inkswell, it's there. Rolling Thunder, the bounces are enough. No, the Fisher from Yapso stops the Rolling Thunder coming back over. Nisha goes for the TP out of the Blade Fury, and he's away. He's out of there, back to safety. Despite OG's best attempts, they couldn't quite get that jug.
I guess Grimstroke wasn't available to, well, the Soulbind wouldn't have leashed to anyone, so yeah, with Lasso being down, Blade Fury TP gets him out of what should have been near certain death, and Nisha continues his 0-death streak, 16-0 and 14 right now on this Juggernaut.
Some of these KDAs are just looking ridiculous. We just saw Yapsa as well. With the amount of involvement that he's had, these assists going off the charts, 27 assists on his Shaker.
And it's such a great game for him because he doesn't have to be the first one to initiate. He's letting mid one take care of it. And as soon as everyone starts gathering up on this Storm Spirit, Yapser finds the opportunity to immediately come in, smash like 2 or 3 people. Which is available, thanks Zai.
It is indeed, and with the lead that's Secret out, they're very free to go for it as they wish. Very hard for OG to fight around these points, even with having like the Pango Thompson with the Rolling Thunder. It's just not enough at the moment. Secret have so much counterplay.
They're going to smoke up as the Juggernaut enters the Roche pit alone. The rest of Secret will look for a pick.
Scans there from OG, so they know for sure the Secret's in here.
They don't look like they're willing to challenge it, though. They know what they're up against. They know fighting into a global when pretty much only 2 of your heroes have a purge. Well, I guess 3. You got the BKB on the Phantom Assassin, you got the Yules on the Train Protector, and you got the Greaves on the Pango.
We have an Aegis, Phoenicia. Secret, we'll see what more they can find. They are still yet to break the base. Tier 3's dual stand for OG. Still that power of the Septriant. They can prolong the game, keep those towers safe. Jerax tries for the TP out, but Yapsor, he's got him read like a book. Jerax caught and found out. As Jerax having pretty much the polar opposite of a game that Yapsor's having. A lot of deaths on this Grimstroke. It has not been a great time for him.
Just want to point out a quick 42 int on this silencer. No big deal, top lane.
They might just be about to be even more as No-Tail, found by the 2 of them, trying to shove these waves out. Zai and Puppey will get him. Anna and Thompson, they are coming over, but there's mass TPs coming in from Secret. Secret have 4 heroes here. They're going to try and jump. The silence is out. Anna now popping the BKB. They really want this silence to death. They will get him, but Puppey, insta buyback. He's ready to turn back up to the fight, and Anna's BKB's about to fall low. Anna needs more help, but there's the jump. Yapzor, the lockdown with the Echo. Overgrowth is not enough to allow Anna to get back to safety as Anna dead for 100 seconds. Seb also gone. OG tried to force something, but Secret, with the lead that they have, just make it impossible for OG to get those quick kills. Sure, they get in onto the silencer, but it just takes too long at this stage of the game to kill him.
I mean, even if they were able to get it, that just seemed like a frustration maneuver. They didn't have the Grimstroke around. Like, maybe if you get a Phantom Assassin who can jump in with an Inkswell, quickly be able to eliminate the silencer, it would be fine. But only half of OG were there. So being able to, going into that when you know Global's going to be up, when you know the enemy tier 1 tower is still up, it just seems like OG are just scrambling for something and not finding anything.
Sort of poking and prodding on this top lane, but mid one, he's in. Has used a lot of his mana to close this gap. The silence will connect on him. Living armor on No-Tail. We'll keep him fine for now as he gets away with the Firefly. Mid one, not with the mana to continue to chase. Will mean the No-Tail can TP back to the fountain, but the base in potential trouble. Living armor, will it be enough to slow down Secret, stop them from getting this tier 3? I don't think so, with the damage that Nisha's sporting at the moment. Another living armor only slows down the inevitable. The tower's gone. Secret onto the racks. 30 seconds still without Anna, without that big hard-hitting PA that they need. Means that Secret will walk up, claim the melee racks for free. They'll take the ranged racks as well. 24 seconds still to play with. Anisha wants to keep the tempo up, keep the pressure on. Mid lane tower being pressured as well. And they hold him back. Thompson, he walks in, instantly gets stunned. He needs help and he needs it fast. Glimmer is upon him as well as the living armor. Thompson goes for the rolling thunder. They'll jump in with a shield crash. He has got brilliant control here. In fact, can he kill the two of them off? The overgrowth's there as well. They've killed off Yapzor. Zai in. Dream coil onto the three of them. No-Tail silenced up. They still haven't killed off Nisha. Nisha's still alive. Finally falls. They'll pop the Aegis. No-Tail buys back for this. They're throwing everything into this one OG and they have to. Can they get Nisha a second time? The Inkswell, the stun, but Global. Zai in again. The 5-man waiting rift. Nisha turns. Anna's popped the BKB. Can he commit for a kill? Looks to Zai, but the phase shifts there. Zai continue to play around with them. He's used up. Can he jump out again? Yapzor in with the Echo. That's Anna dead. Seb's gone as well. Thompson's out of the game. Thompson, he has buyback with Seb and Anna do not. Mid one, he's found No-Tail as well. Yapzor's Fisher sets up another. The Glimmer Cape will buy some time, but No-Tail still falls. As Thompson, he fought back for this. Omni slash for Nisha, finishes off the job. GG is called. And Secret will take game one of this best of 3. And Secret, they look to be on top form. That was a very, very scary performance from them.
I don't think OG are going to first phase Thompson Pango again. Yet again, the utility build, while you can justify someone to deal with the silencer, it just wasn't dealing any damage. And even though that last fight, the Rolling Thunder could have been amazing, the Puck Aghanim's Dream Coil just put a cork in that. And Secret come out looking just overwhelmingly dominant.
They really did. The play all around, the draft as well just looked to be brilliant. This final pick, Jug, Nisha made it look like a genius pick. He's 20, 0, and 18. Nothing could be done to stop this Jug. Puppy ends the game. 54 intelligence stolen.
Perfection.
This is Team Secret at full form. OG struggling heavily in this first game. They've got to pick it up massively in game 2 if they want to try and swing this series around. But as it stands, Secret take game 1.
Yeah, and in what fashion? As soon as the game started, Grand mumbled something like, "Oh, it's gonna be the mid-1 show." And it kind of is what happened, at least at the start. They were on fire, Grand.
They played like the #1 team in the world, and the craziest thing, right, we go back to, but OG 2-0'd VP in 20-minute games, and Secret just kind of caught OG with their pants down, made them look pretty bad.
Yep. I think it was a near flawless game.
Yes.
Like, they executed flawlessly. I was talking about the difference between strategy and tactics. I don't think OG had a superior strategy, and Secret played, I think, about as well as you can expect a team to play. You know? Nisha didn't die. He had like over 70% kill participation in a game with 50-something kills.
And that's just insane. Like, yeah, and then you look
at
like, go on, sorry.
He was just so smart.
He was.
He had so much intelligence.
Yeah, he really was. And then you look at like the first 3 picks, right? You had the Silencer, Earthshaker, Storm. Multiple times we saw them. They're like, we're going to kill this Storm so easily. Global goes up. Fisher comes out. Your first 3 picks, like, even though that Nisha, you know, had a 20-0, 20 game or whatever, those first 3 picks honestly won him the game.
Yeah, and I think that OG didn't really get the edge that I'm looking for them to have if they're going to take something in the series. I think that of all teams, I think of EG, Secret, OG, VP. Okay?
Okay.
More than any other team throughout their long history of success, right? That's why I'm lumping them together.
Yeah.
OG has, lack of a better word, abused advantages they found within the game, right? So for the first couple of majors, it was illusions, it was radiance, it was these Chen Enchantress heroes, and they found a way. Like it's about dealing your damage either more effectively or in a way the enemy side can't handle. This game, they do their typical, the PA tree stacking damage reduction with the evasion, with the shield crash, etc., etc. But Ana isn't online. He has to buy a Battle Fury, and it's just not enough. They never actually got a point where their core was online until it was far too late, and Secret had a huge advantage in the game.
Yeah, I mean, you just look at the lane bottom, right? So top lane, it started off, it was just Zai, and he was versus the tree, which actually Zai was losing that lane, but it was a 2v1 lane. The Bat Rider was up there as well. And then once, like, the hero was forced to rotate down bottom, it's tough going into we said, silencer tri-lane, and you have a Bat Rider PA going against
impossible.
You're never going to cast spells. Like, this silencer pick actually made so much sense.
Yep, and I agree. And it forces the BKB on Ana. He has to get the Battle Fury just so he can scale. And just, man, OG, they make their bread and butter is picking these late game cores, right? The trolls, the PAs, and they come online earlier than you expect because of the damage amp. Even going back to the day when they had Bloodseeker plus some core. And that allows them to buy, say, a Vlad's into this more Nisha-like build where you see in this game, he's going like the super ramp jug build. Drums, Yasha, Maelstrom, like straight up each item just increasing in cost by like 200-300 gold, which allows him to both increase his farming speed but also remain the top net worth and strongest hero on the map.
And I will say the tree, I have no problem with. I honestly would not hate to see tree more in the future. The problem is you have to build around it, and that can be tough, right? Like, because it takes away from one of your core positions, but I like the tree.
I do too. I just think that the PA can't, after the nerfs, and especially in a game where you need a BKB to play Dota, it just isn't, it's just not enough. There's no real sustained damage output from the OG side. Not to mention Bat, Grimstroke, Treant. Like, these heroes are great at setting up damage, but who's actually dealing it? That's the problem. And Secret's too good to let you get level 25 on a PA.
Yeah, and you say you like Treant, but did you like it as a position 3 Treant?
I think you kind of have to, because you need the levels.
Okay.
Like tree, like who can, like farm, yeah, that's great and all, but the levels are like what makes him good. Once, because we saw Seb, he went the 4-0-4 build. Once you get that, you can just roam around. If you don't lose a team fight, you're never going to lose a tower. We even saw, like, it took Secret, honestly, they were up 25,000. It was tough for them to push, because you can't just chip away against that hero.
Yeah, I mean, it's 42-13, right? And yet the game is still...
Tier 3 is at full HP, probably.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that, a team of a lower class probably gives OG more of a chance to come back into this. But Secret did a great job playing around their win conditions, which in my eyes is just a support duo in comparison to what OG has. They have Echo, they have Silencer ult. If these spells are available, Secret can find and kill whoever they want at will. And we saw that over and over and over again. Nisha ends the game, what, 20-0-18?
Yeah, pretty good. And then we always talk about the... go on, sorry.
No, it was pretty good. I would say it was amazingly good.
I would say one of the, probably the best performances of the tournament. Like, maybe not like playing overall skill-wise, but for scoreline.
As far as stats go?
No doubt about it.
There's really nothing you can say, but it all starts in the laning phase, right?
It's true. And you know what? When we opened the draft, we saw the Pango first pick. We saw Storm second pick on the side of Secret. And the first thing you guys told me was that, this Pango, you don't want to put him up against the Storm because you don't want to give mid-one this free Storm game.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what happened.
I think that the Bat pick is the one that's the most egregious to me. I love the Pango first, but when you take Bat and then it's countered in the lane, you have to force it onto No-Tail. And I just don't see him. I want No-Tail like this MVP 5 position, one of the best microers in the world. I want him on one of his signatures. When you look at their TI run, No-Tail only played a handful of heroes, and he was first picking them for himself. Bat Rider is not something I think that belongs in his 5 top selections. It's not for the patch and not for him as an individual.
Yeah, and just Pango versus Storm. Oh, well, there you see it. It's actually going to be Yabsor. There might be some arguments around town a little bit, but
I mean, he played
all had a
real
good
well
game.
as well.
I mean, that's the problem. They all five,
Yeah.
like, no mistakes. Zai, he did it again. They all just played perfectly. What can you do?
One of the things that we said was going to maybe be something that Secret was going to have trouble with was that their cooldowns are very long.
Yes.
And you can only find around these big cooldowns, which, on hindsight, obviously didn't prove too much of a problem, but partially that's because when the ultimates were used, it had such a big impact, like Yapsor's Echo Slams.
Yeah, and they were already so far ahead, right? So at that point, mid one, obviously, he doesn't have a long cooldown. All you need is like a Fisher, and all of a sudden, mid one can just kill any support in the game. So they could just fall back to farming and doing pickoffs while they came off cooldown.
Yep. It's just really not much to say.
Dude, it's hard to talk about this. They just played they played so perfectly without just having the whole game and painting the picture. Like, what are you gonna do? Best team in the world.
That's a good point.
It is
But
a
we
tough
got to
matchup.
figure it out for them. That's what we got to do right now.
Well, I hope that they are going to figure it out for themselves. I mean, it's one thing for us to figure it out for them, but I think they need to figure it out as well. And during the game or towards the end of the game, you guys said, there's a lot of praise and a lot of problems to talk about for this one.
Yeah.
So which other problems haven't we talked about for this game one just yet?
I think OG have to mind the drafts. To me are one of my favorite phrases is simple, not easy. Okay, you look at what OG does, and it's relatively simple, but it's very difficult to routinely get it all the time. And you look at their series against there's VP in the upper bracket, right?
Yeah.
They there was the Drow game with the fresh Abaddon that they demonstrated was worthy of a first 2 ban, which Secret took care of, and then the late pick PA into Mag.
Yes.
But that was disguised. Whereas now they've kind of revealed, hey, and to be
We're
fair,
gonna do
that was the series they had to win, because that's the series that I think qualifies them to TI.
Yeah.
Unless there's some miraculous run from like 3 or 4 different teams in our final major. So they just have to secure the lanes a bit better. I think putting No-Tail on a different hero might accomplish this.
Agreed.
And in addition, think about like the damage amp. Anna had no help in that game. You can keep him alive, but he couldn't deal damage. The whole draft couldn't. So as long as Secret are just literally there with their spells active, OG's never going to be. How many times do we see a silence on the Rolling Thunder? Or during it, as you said, where now he's
Couldn't leap
unable to. Yeah, he can't leap. I think there was a fight where he wanted
He's
to
in the
hop.
river.
Yeah, and he wanted to hop on the cliff, but there's a silence, and that's like that. I call it like the top of the stack, right? It's like a card game thing where you keep playing cards until somebody's like, "Oh no, well here's my super rare." Like you lost, and in that game, Secret has, I'd say, both in the dunk and specifically Puppy's big ultimate, which is one of my favorite heroes to play as a 5 because you're the guy in control. Do we want to fight yet? No. 30 seconds on ult.
And you're not.
Full farm.
You listen to him.
Yeah.
Every time.
I don't
listen to
think
Puppy.
I don't think that matters in terms of which heroes he plays. You'll listen to him regardless.
That's true as well. I think the other thing, I mean, we saw the Grimstro again, right? And the problem, I still think the hero's good with the melee cores they had. But when you're doing a trial, it just comes back to the silencer. We keep going to that. You can't draft like the Grimstro, go for this kind of dual lane into tri-lane, and then you go this 2-0-3 build, but the Jug just spins, and you're like, oh, wait a minute. This Grimstroke does nothing in the laning phase. Now, that Jug also, we didn't talk about the Jug last time.
I'm sad that I didn't come up with it, but obviously that's why I'm on the couch and Secret's in the booth, because that's the flawless pick, because it crushes any lane composition that you could have thrown at them as the side of OG. Bat, Treant, these heroes do not want to play into Juggernaut, and their assistance, the tree's assistance specifically, disappears. And I almost think that Seb might have needed to go more of an aggro build, but again, like he's rushing Yules because of the silencer.
Yeah,
Seb does not want to buy this item. It doesn't help his team.
But he has to.
But he already knew that he had to when they picked it. Like, it wasn't a surprise that he was going to play up against a silencer. That is what seems to be... For me, I feel like OG came into this series with a plan, as we've seen them do multiple times against many different teams and successfully at that. But maybe they kind of put themselves in the corner with the opening, and they had this plan, and they pushed it through, even though they should have adapted midway.
That kind of sounds what it was, right? They're like, we have this plan, even though it's already countered. Well, what else are we going to pick besides tree? We have to pick the tree now. And, well, they learned, I think as Kyle said, you can't open Pango Bat.
Yeah. I like the Pango. I like the Bat. But when you put them together, you also remove a bit of the versatility, because the Bat is going to be the 3 or the 5.
Yeah.
So...
And it's just not, I don't think it's that good as a 5. Like, in certain lane matchups, it obviously can be, but in a game like that, it's not, and it's your first pick.
Well,
Okay.
this crowd would
They're ready.
really like a third game pushed out of OG here on the main stage, and then hopefully for them, victorious one. Although, if they lose here, they would need to play more if they make a lower bracket run.
Yes.
So, you know, you can argue both sides.
They're not out. Yeah, we are in the winners.
We are in the upper
earlier
bracket.
games were losers.
Yep.
These are winners, so you do get another shot. But
Yes.
I'm sure you'd rather just be guaranteed top 3.
So, I will tell you, though, the loser of this series,
Who do they play?
they will play Team Liquid.
Oh man, like any matchup you get now, right? We have like just the
Yeah,
greatest
It's
teams.
gonna be
so
it's gonna
hyped.
be amazing Dota like
Yes.
for the
Yeah.
next
Our top 6
days through 2.5 days.
Yeah, it's LGD, Liquid, OG, Secret, EG, and IP.
Yes.
Yes.
You got storylines, they write themselves. Doesn't matter who gets matched up with who.
Yep. And just insanely good Dota.
Yep.
There's
The best
a
part.
guy we don't talk about too much, Sunby.
Yeah.
Like I honestly I don't know. Maybe you know, Kyle. Like how much does he do with Puppy in the drafts? Do you know?
Well, I'm tight with Team Secret. I don't want to give anything away about the way they play, but I
True,
think
but-
that he is I'd say the best coach in Dota.
Yeah.
And I think it's because he has understood his role from day one, which is to help the team. There was, as an example, an instance where they needed a last-second stand-in, and he was not willing to play because he didn't want to break the barrier between coach and player. And that can jeopardize your relationship. It can
Yep.
change the relationship because all of a sudden you're not just criticizing someone's play, and now they're in a position they can criticize yours. And he sees that he is a support for Puppy, for the team, whether that's emotionally, strategically, for replay review, whatever. But more importantly, I get, it's a good story, so I'll just tell it. But I'm what were you
Yeah,
gonna
go
say,
for
Shane?
it.
I hang out with John Yao, the coach of Secret, and he told me this one time that
The owner of Secret.
correct. Sorry, owner of Secret. And about this one time where it was like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., he'd been out like drinking, the bar had closed, and he goes into the practice room, and he sees Puppy is watching replays. And he's like, talks with him for an hour or whatever. And he goes back to his room, and he's sharing a room with Pete, Sunby. And Sunby's got his laptop open, writing on a notebook, watching replays. And it's like 3, 4 a.m. They've lost that day, right? And this was like a couple of years ago. This is before Secret was the best team in the world. But that's what makes you good. And that's what you need to hold on to, and why it's so difficult to win multiple TIs. Because once you have a couple $1 million and the title, you don't want to stay up late anymore. You maybe just want to chill.
Not me. I would always want to be on the top.
Well, yeah, you're forgetting Puppy is a TI winner already.
True.
So he
But it was a
still has that drive.
long time ago. And
Yeah.
the Galaxy-
Still though,
It's
I don't think that that he is wanting for cash.
Nah,
I think he's pretty comfortable, and his motivation is still just just
Puppy
there.
wants to be the best. I mean,
Yes.
most of these players, like all the players, these 10 players want to be the
Yeah.
best for sure, and
Yeah.
that's why they're here right now.
I think the way Secret plays is also proof of that.
Mm.
Because you can't play in the way they do. It reminds me of, I think it was the World Cup that was in Brazil. There was their slogan was like, Hugo Bonito, it was like the beautiful game, or play beautiful, something like that. And that's what Secret embodies in my eyes. All 5 players have an incredibly high impact on each game, and it's fluid, and they obviously enjoy playing with each other too.
All right, I hear what you're saying, and definitely Secret is on a great streak, and
Yes.
they are definitely looking like the
Yes.
best team in the world. And yeah, you can say Zombie is the best coach in the world, but at the same time,
The crowd wants us to talk about OG.
That's
so
not where I
what's
was
great
going.
about them?
that's not where I was going. But sure, we're gonna do that too. But I want to point out that every team has different needs when it comes to a coach. And you look at VG Gaming, they got RTK who's like taking a seat, and he's the captain. He'll draft, and basically the players are his pawns, and it's working for them. Well, I mean, it was working
Yeah.
for them.
And then,
Sorry,
when
still
it
working.
get rough.
They're still the previous major winners, and in this case, I mean, in OG we have a unique story where they needed a stand-in, and the coach is like, sure, I'll stand in, and he keeps playing, and he wins TI as a player,
Sure.
Kyle, as a coach, or what used to be coach, and it's working for them. And perhaps if you're talking to Seb, he'll say that being a coach for the team and then being a player for the team as well just helped him understand the dynamics even more so. So there's different sides to
Different strokes for
to the
different
coach.
folks.
And
Yeah,
I was hanging out with the Mineski
Silencer
and
band,
Fnatic
sorry.
guys, and the consensus between like Kenshi, Ice Ice Ice, Ninja Boogie, we're just talking. You can be bad or good. No one knows until you're on the right or wrong team. You are a product of who you play with.
It's
more
a
so than
team
anything
game.
else. Yes, and that's also there were interviews done. I think Kuroki he made a couple really great points about how his biggest thing for Valve and the development of the public scene is to put more emphasis on Team Q.
Please.
PPD said the same.
Yes.
No Tail
I
echoed
will
it.
say the same.
It's like
yes.
it is a team game. And you've got this sentiment in a lot of players, in NA specifically. No one wants to play off lane. No one wants to play 5. Everyone's trying to be the next superstar mid player, next superstar 4 position. But it's a team game.
Yeah, no one wants to play party queue now. If you actually go to you can get party ranked games occasionally. In NA, you have to play unranked, and that's it. Like, no 5v5 there.
That is true.
Wow.
Oh,
Have a whole different opening coming out from Secret this time round.
Same concept, though.
It is, right?
I reach plus Shaker
and
against
it's
Pango.
mid one plus the App Swords. The same 2 heroes, but I do look at the last 2 bans. Silencer, pretty respectful, but I like the Bat Rider.
Yeah.
So
They ban Bad when they're thinking Monkey. I think Storm against Bad is a bit of a wash, but Monkey King hates playing against Bat Rider. You actually don't even need to lasso him. If you see him in the trees, you pop Firefly and blink on him. He's now stunned for 4 seconds.
I just can't believe in this, like right now in this game, if we saw a Silencer first ban, I would think you were crazy. And Puppey just plays it so well one game, you're just like, uh-oh, you got to get rid of it.
I think they also recognize how annoying it is to play Pango because he's got this like delayed initiation. So at any moment, whether you ult before he gets the ult off or during, as we saw, it still cripples him.
And it could still obviously be the Jarix Pango.
Yeah, I like the Jarix Pango quite a bit, to be honest.
Same, and I think I don't think you ever want to put Monkey King. You don't want to put Pango versus Monkey King, do you, in lane?
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
That is most likely the no-till Prophet. And I mean, you're talking about the Silencer being banned as a respect ban to Puppey. At the other side, you do have Team Secret banning out that Bat Rider as a respect to a no-till's Bat Rider in the first game of the series.
I think it's to cover their change in opener. And I respect that Secret, even though the bands changed a bit, but it's still just the first big Pango, but they don't want to do the same opener again.
You can't.
It's a very wise decision. I think the more inexperienced teams and also just teams with different styles. Like my boy Bulba. He wins a game with the draft and you give it to him again, he's going to dare you to beat him. And that's just a difference of opinion, of course. But I like the willingness to adapt that Puppey shows.
The Jakiro ban. The team fight. I mean, that hero, I'm still not the biggest fan of. In lane, obviously, dual breath is decent, but once you get that ice path maxed out, it's such an annoying hero to deal with. Like, you just almost always have the gotcha team fight ability.
Yeah. It's really great synergy with Shaker, because it's just super high reach on your 2 supports, and these really cheap stuns. We saw VGJ use that, or VG Gaming, rather, in the first game they beat Liquid. It was the same concept. Even in the games, the Kunkka game, when they were doing so well, just these easy, repeatable stuns that allow you to start fights and then find an exit kill as well. You banned it last, but now you want to ensure OG doesn't get a free mag pick because it's great synergy. You have the Prophet to secure Anna's lane. You already have a Pango who does not mind having a power bonus by any means, and then whatever Ana would want, like a troll, right? You could just mag troll, and I think OG's lineup looks great.
Oh, agreed. I mean, this Pango, I'm sure if you're the Pango, you're like, you got to ban Jakir, because if you do have that Earthshaker and the THD, like, you just see him, like, starting to roll, and all of a sudden there's just a Fisher on top of you, and then Ice Path, and you're just locked down. Long-range reach. We've always loved it.
Yep. And OG, trying to think. Secret will probably just take their Puppey hero next, unless they want to block pick some core. They give it a troll. That's makes sense.
Let's see if the Lifestealer gets banned out again.
Yeah, Morph's still in the pool as well.
The hard carry. Morph got last phase banned last game, right? Yeah,
Yes,
by
that's
OG.
right. And Secret in this phase, they banned out the Medusa and the Anti-Mage, so they went for the hard carries bans as well. Obviously, they already banned Mag now, so it's only going to be one of those 2.
And you have the Monkey King instead of the Storm. So you now don't fear Anti-Mage at all.
Okay.
And if you want to pick it as OG, I think you almost dare them to, because Monkey King loves that matchup.
Do you still fear Medusa?
Not Secret loves Monkey King also against the Dusa. That was their
The lane is very good. But
and the way he
later.
plays though, because Monkey King can avoid terrain, and Medusa wants to play on this rotation of cliff to cliff in her own jungle, defending mid tower. The way mid one specifically plays Monkey King is very aggressive, and he gives you a ton of map control and dominates enemy jungle quite easily.
Now, what I haven't seen for a while, I think, is a Nisha Medusa, and that's the hero that he grew big on.
That was like the first tournament of this year at the PvP Esports. Yeah, he played it every time, and I don't know. They've just
Doesn't
kind of
fit?
gone away.
Or is it just the way of playing Dota changed?
It could. I don't. We'd have to see more heroes. I think for Anisha Medusa, he's almost always the last pick for their team, and it's tough to say off a Penguin and Nature's Prophet.
OD ban. That was first banned overall, I believe, by OG in the first game.
Yep.
And that means Morph is a possibility for Secret.
Like a puppy smiling. He's like, did I really just get the easiest hero pick of all time? But he didn't pick it right away, so maybe not.
I mean, he can use this time still. This is free time.
Yeah.
These couple seconds, and it will be the Sand King, one of the most picked heroes this tournament.
So many stuns on Secret.
Yeah, the combination of the Sand King and the Earthshaker has not been super successful, though, I must say.
Yeah.
But I will say the Sand King's a little bit like to Jakir, even though it's probably going to be a Zai Sand King, the Pango, just it's long range reach again. You just blink stun or even just stun.
And it's nice to play around mid one. That's why I'm looking for Secret to last pick the Nisha hero. If they weren't going to take Morph there, they're going to last pick it. And it's going to be something that's maybe not a full hyper carry, but it's going to have to deal structure damage. Mid one wants to play a more active Monkey King than we'll traditionally see, specifically from like the Chinese region. And when you have all these stuns around the map, it means that wherever he ends up going to, you're going to be able to find the bounce and kill.
Oh, gee. With their drafted sword, I hope this is a Jarek's pain right now, but
Ooh. New hero joins the fray.
Just scared. I like the hero, but I'm always afraid when Team Secret have the team fight advantage. And I think that they do at the moment just because they have so many damn stuns.
Now, when I see the lineup of Secret, I'm thinking, wow, this could be a great Rubik game, but I don't think it fits in OG's lineup anymore.
Unless it's a mid Rubik.
Mid Rubik.
No?
I think
Yeah, I don't
mid
like
Rubik's is garbage right now.
Well, okay then.
You want me to be more decisive,
yeah, that's
Kyle?
fine. Be honest.
All right.
Trust your feelings, Grant.
And did you see, actually, when the Bounty Hunter got picked up, they showed mid one, he's like, oh, my game is going to be hell. Like, he knows, right? He's the Monkey King. Like, he knows he's the sacrificial lamb, but he's like, I am not going to have a fun game. Yeah.
I mean, that is a thing to do, right? I mean, mid one definitely took control of that first game. If you want him to have a bad game, you got to put more people on the case.
Yeah, and I think, obviously, just track against Monkey King, right? If you just get it off on him, you'll always know, because, as Kyle says, mid one likes to play the more roaming Monkey King. You just get a track off on him, that's a minute of his time wasted, almost. And obviously, I don't think I've ever seen, I think Puppy has played Sand King, but I think it's going to be Zai. I know DY has been playing a lot of 5 Sand King, but yeah, they take the Puppy hero.
Yep.
It'll be Oracle.
Yeah, Oracle's still in the pool as well.
And you have now you have hard save. You still have a ton of lockdown, and Nisha's hero will be overall 22 pick. He gets to see the full spread of the OG lineup before he makes his decision.
And man, Oracle's one of those heroes that was super popular at the minor, and like it kind of came in popular to the major group stage, and then like as the group stage, like day 2, 3, and 4 wore off, it was getting picked, but like 3rd and 4th, not 1st and 2nd. And even at the main stage, we just haven't seen it that much.
We've seen it banned more often than picked as well, as in, yeah, just sometimes first phase banned, but then sometimes ignored. It's been a kind of on and off.
Man, OG, I think you need a huge team fighter here, and so does your last hero, or you just got to go all in with this like split push weird style that OG does like to play.
And they're taking a lot of time to think about this 4th pick.
Yeah, both teams nearing, about to be under 30 seconds of reserve time. Both captains using the full amount. And it's each individual move is taking a while because they're using all of their bonus time. Just because why not?
I wonder if Seb will ask for last pick hero again.
Ooh.
He might.
It's the counter pick to the Monkey King middle, but I'm a bit concerned just because like it's cool with the Bounty Hunter Furion concept because you look at OG's like mid-game team fighting. The Quap can just move somewhere. Bounty's off map, invisible, could be anywhere. Prophet TP's in. Suddenly you've got 4 heroes and they just spam their spells. Somebody's dead.
Yeah.
But the concern is that much like when Quap plays against heroes like TA, Monkey King's similar, where you do so much raw physical damage that if you miss Blink or Blink's on cooldown, you get stunned, you are dead. And no matter how farmed you get, no matter what streak you've got going, like one mistake will get you killed, especially when you look at the number of stuns on Team Secret right now.
Sand King, Earthshaker, like, exactly. I don't think Quap can ever blink like aggressively in a team fight. Always has to save it for the end.
It looks like OG's trying to out-skirmish Secret, but that's so scary to me. I think they're like the best team in the world at that.
And they just have really low cool. Both teams have insanely low cooldowns except for that Sonic Wave right
I
now.
think it's going to be a fun game regardless.
I agree. This
That
is
was
going to
like
be more of a
bloodbath.
bloodbath for sure.
Yeah.
But last time we said that, wasn't it like 5 to
True.
5 at 20? And we're like, oh.
We're jinxing it here. I mean, that is sometimes the result, right? When you are expecting the other team to skirmish and you have got the skirmish lineup as well, you rather wait for the enemy team to come to you because that
Exactly.
gives a bigger chance of them messing up so that you can take advantage of that. I actually do think that the Oracle is going to be very interesting to watch Puppy play this because his positioning needs to be spot on. There is so much movement on the side of OG and they really need to pick off Puppy before like if there is a skirmish, that Oracle needs to die.
Yeah, and that was a great Naga ban from OG. I did not see that coming, but if Secret would have last picked that, it's actually just, I don't want to say game over, but
It's one
they
of,
don't have anything for Naga.
yeah, the new Nog is one of those weird, like, she loves actually skirmishing now because she can always reset the fight or just set up the fight for, think about it, Sand King, Earthshaker, like there's 5 heroes in a sleep, it's just over.
A save
I like
behind
that
it.
ban.
Yeah. It's the new PL, because PL's just been nerfed. Most players don't consider it that strong of a hero anymore. Naga's just
Farms way quicker too.
Yeah.
Man, so what is OG? They need to wrap it
all
up.
on time. They need, I feel like this has got to
Some
be...
sort of carry,
Who's
honestly.
playing what is the question. I'm going to go with No Tail Prophet. All right, never
What is?
mind.
I have no clue what's. I think that might be a. I have no clue,
It's a
Kyle.
core bounty. It's a core Prophet, and it's a core Quap. I think it's a Jarek's Pango, a No Tail Ench. They're going to try and play this cool concept where there's like one hero in each lane and like 2 constant roamers.
Yeah.
You can replace any of these cores with either of the supports for them to regain levels and XP. Secret's down to 9 seconds, and there's the there it is. You called it.
There it
You
is.
called it at the start.
I am just gonna. You want me to be more decisive? I think Secret will take this 2-0. I like their draft. I think OG is gonna have to play out of their mind,
Yeah.
which they can. If they have to do very well in the lanes, and the problem is Medusa's not a bad laner, Oracle's not a bad laner, Sand King's one of the best laners. It's a very uphill battle for OG, but the crowd believes in him, and that's what
Yes.
matters.
This is Oberyn versus the Mountain right here. You have an edge on OG. You've got more speed. You can make more moves around the map, but one mistake. One
What's
mistake in
that?
the Roche pit. One mistake around a tower. It's
all it
over.
takes.
Yeah, I gotta lead Secret. OG. The thing is, OG could surprise us. If they get off to a huge
You're
lead, they
seeing all
could do
these
this.
people cheer for OG, and you dare go against the masses.
Absolutely.
You guys are crazy. I think this crowd is going to fuel OG, and it is going to be a bloodbath from minute 0.
If they win, it'll be incredible to watch.
Oh,
It really
yes.
will, because they have to dominate the map, and they would just run over Secret. It's just that they have to keep running them over until it's GG.
Yeah, and we saw last game, like, they did do very well in those skirmishes. They just didn't have the damage. And once again, it feels like they could have a damage issue, but if that Quap gets some items, for sure.
You gotta believe. You gotta believe in that 3rd game of the series. Regardless, though, nobody's going home after this series because we're still in the upper bracket. But let's find out what's gonna happen in this game with OD Pixel and Tsunami.
Thank you, Sheev. Yes, this game 2 between OG and Secret certainly looking to be a fun one. We're getting some different stuff here. OG, they are whipping out an Ana bounty hunter. What do we reckon?
I don't know where it's coming from, but whatever playbook they tried to go for in game 1 didn't pan out. And I mean, their chat wheel has been unmuted. The crowd has been unmuted, right? Right? Then let's go.
Let's see if it is indeed enough to fuel them towards that game 3, as we'll get ourselves into the action of game 2, OG versus Secret.
Team Secret contre OG. Game 2.
So as the panel was sort of saying, Tsunami, for OG, they have to make everything work from the off, right? This is not a lineup that's going to play nicely from behind.
No, and much like Kyle said, it will be amazing to watch if they can pull it off. I'm just as apprehensive as the panel is, but you don't pick an Ana bounty hunter unless you know what you're doing. And, you know, we were kind of questioning the Treant Protector in game 1. It ended up being fine. That wasn't the issue. But now they've relocated the Pangalier's farm position. He's going to be on Jerax this time. You got Seb on a Nature's Prophet, Topson on a Queen of Pain. This is the kind of playmaking hero that I think he performs best on.
And there's just so much playmaking potential right across the map. If they have that good start, sort of comes from the mid game, the way that they'll be able to react to any sort of play that Secret try and make is going to be unbelievable. The global potential with pickoffs from this bounty, Nature's Prophet combo, easily able to sort of, have this Pango sliding in, Quat blinking in, so much go, go, go on OG's side. If they can get the ball rolling, they will find those kills, they'll get that gold advantage. But it's going to require them to play at their best, as we saw in Game 1, Secret looking incredibly scary today, as they have been for the majority of this tournament already. Down bottom, Ana is being chased down. Jingu Mastery is going to stack up. Is he fast enough to get himself away? He's trying his best to run away, as they'll find one more route onto him. Under the tower they go.
Melee range.
And first blood goes towards Mid-One's. Mid-One's Monkey King. No tell. He's sort of trapped here in the trees, but the Fisher will actually keep him on the right side of it all, so he will not go down. And this is how they are going to start the lanes off, of course. Having Mid-One down here in the bottom lane and putting that Medusa in the middle lane and in the hands of Nisha. As top lane, however, Zai, who's out on his own, he'll be going down to these two. He's got to watch out. Those quick sort of plays they can make between the two of them, starting Jerax up top with Seb. They have kill potential, especially when Zai's solo lane and on these early levels as the Sankey.
Yeah, but Zai is used to this treatment. We saw it in the puck in Game 1. He was oftentimes left alone. This time, it may be a little bit more difficult having to deal with a Pango, and just the ranged harass of a Nature's Prophet is now No-Tail.
It just gets run down here by Yapso. Puppey TP's in. And No-Tail's gone. Does draw away a bit of attention from that bottom lane, but Ana on his own is up against Mid-One. So even without the support backup, Mid-One can look to just pressure, get the stacks up.
And Enchantress needs to be here. One of the main reasons why they picked this Enchantress is so that she can dispel that Jingu Mastery buff off of the Monkey King.
Ana, he's just dead. They straight up splatter him with the Fisher. He has to be careful in that bottom lane as this bounty. Very squishy early on, and these three heroes, between the roots, the stuns, and the damage output of Mid-One's Monkey King early on, he's got to be careful. No-Tail, rooted up. Got the surrounding upon him. Ooh, does have the Centaur stuns to stop them, but it doesn't matter. Boundless strike from Mid-One. This bottom lane is getting a little out of control in just the first 2 minutes here. Secret just getting kill after kill.
And now Enchantress's TP is down. Ana getting a little bit of harass off of the Monkey King, but you're not going to be able to keep up with this. Mid-One has boots already. He's got the Stout Shield. Ana has an Orb of Venom. And believe me, he's not right-clicking anyone to get value out of that. Not at this stage, at least.
We're seeing in the mid lane, Nisha having that little lead at the moment. 8 for 7 against the 5 for 2. I'm going to say little is a fair wave of denies. With that illusion rune, it's not going to be any easier for Thompson to contest the farm. He's got to be careful. And Fisher! Yep, so you let him have it again. We saw what he did in Game 1. Game 2, they pick it up in the draft. It doesn't get taken out. And he's already off to just as good of a start, Tsunami.
Just as good. He started out with the boots. Last time the benchmark for him finishing off that Soul Ring was at 4.5 minutes. But the Thompson Queen of Pain was forced to skill up that blink. He was holding on to it in case he really needed it. Now bot lane.
And Ana.
These fissures.
They've got the root. They've got the sentry. Another kill for Yapso. We said that OG has to play fast Secret. They're just playing infinitely faster at the moment. The top lane being the only place really where things are going good for OG, where Seb is getting free farm on his Prophet. He'll have to make a lot happen around the map. They are going to need him to make some big plays when it comes to stopping Secret from getting these kills after kills. Because these other two lanes starting out pretty miserably for OG, still in that middle. 6 for 4 on Thompson against this 13 for 9. He's falling behind.
Yeah, the problem with having a Prophet is such a high farm priority, as Nisha has taken a fair amount of abuse from these 2 points in Shadow Strike. But with the Mana Shield should be fine. So whenever you have a Prophet in a high farm priority, which is one of the reasons why we're seeing support Prophets, is that you're not as willing to teleport from lane to lane. Maybe once the Siege Creep wave comes up, then you'll start helping out with pushes. But for ganking with like Sprouts and stuff like that, you won't really see it that frequently. So despite the Prophet getting this farm, it's still up to Jerax's Pango to roam from lane to lane, as he does stop by mid, but doesn't find anything.
Ana down bottom still trying his best to get the CS, but has to risk each time coming out that Jingu Mastery stacks are going to be allowed for Mid-One to get them up. So he's having to play around very carefully anytime he gets hit a couple of times by the Monkey King. And especially so with Yapso down in once more. Ana.
There's the Soul Ring at 4.5 minutes. Yapso's hitting his benchmarks.
Mid lane, Nisha. Getting very low. They do get another dagger out.
Has a Fairy Fire and a Tango, should be fine. Although Puppey does not have any points in the Fate's Edict. Oh, he's trying to deny him.
Oh, he does. He thinks that Nisha is going to die to this. And we will send him back quickly to base. It's the safer play.
Yeah.
Dead for 10. I'm sure Puppey did the maths. I knew that Nisha would not be able to survive that. Or at the same time, it's also valuable. Sure, you take him out the lane for a bit, but he gets a free refuel back at base. Doesn't need to use the salve that he just got sent out.
Excuse me, let's look at this river, please.
My goodness.
OG's angry right now.
They are turning it up here, OG.
I think you're going to need
They
more than
have
one
to.
kill before you can fill the river with blood, though.
They've got to find something to fuel themselves here, as this first 5 minutes has got to be a bit disheartening for OG. Losing these deaths very early on. The net worth, though, it's keeping even. As we say, Seb, he is rolling in the gold up top. It's Nature's Prophet finding a very easy lane, as expected to be. But we'll see what he's able to do with it. Now comes the early movements. TP's into middle, but Yapso's there to respond. Fisher's out. Seb is kind of trapped here too. Still trying to keep the damage in onto Nisha.
Yeah, the
Seb?
5-minute movement was pretty telegraphed. Going with the siege creep wave, he wants to go for some sort of rotation. Goes for mid, but Yapso and Puppey are more than ready.
Wait, hold on. Check out Seb's inventory.
Let's see what's popping in here.
Am I blind? Is that phase
Double
boot?
dust?
No, phase boots
Phase
and
boots?
boots. Is that
Oh
a
no,
buff?
that's Jerax's
Oh, that's Jerax's boots. Okay, I was going to say, it's all right. He's
This man is a
delivering.
TI winner,
Yeah,
all right?
And I'm a TI caster, and I didn't realize that wasn't his boots. But yeah, he's delivering it to Jerax. That makes much more sense.
The global courier, ain't nothing wrong with that bot lane, though.
Something wrong here for OGs, or maybe not. Mid one's low. He did try and play on the fact that he would get those Jingu stacks up, and he didn't, so he will hide. Anna, see if he can maybe hunt him down, but mid one's getting underneath the tower.
I'm surprised they're not planting more sentry wards in this bot lane on the side of Secret. Seeing as how many kills Yapsor got, I mean, obviously this is Yapsor we're talking about. This man does not build support items. He's just going to build aggressive items, but mid one is really not crushing the bounty hunter as much as I was expecting. I mean, it's still pretty bad, but this is a bounty hunter who gave up like 3 kills in the first few minutes. But Yapsor is doing a perfectly good job at keeping him at bay.
Mid lane, Thompson. He has hit the 6. He's got that kill potential with the Sonic Wave. So we'll surely have his eyes on those side lanes for any quick TPs into turnaround plays. But still has to somehow find the catch-up in farm. And it's going to be hard. This dude's able to hit the jungle and get the free farm. Bottom lane, they get the lucky shot procs. But won't be able to dive in mid one. Hidden behind the trees. Unable to soak up the XP and potential farm with the wave being pushed into the tower. Will keep the farm going good. Do still try for the wraparound, Jerax. Maybe seeing if you can find some sort of setup. Seb TP's in as well. The Treants are out. They're looking for mid one. Washbuckle attempted. Sprouts there, but mid one quickly bites his way out of it. TPs are coming in from Secret. This is a scary place now for OG to be as Seb, he gets taken out. Diving a little too deep. Seb's gone. See if they can follow for more. No Tail will be fine with the heal as he backs off. They've got to be careful. OG trying to make these plays happen behind the towers. Secret, they're not going to let it go.
OG are crawling for some sort of plays, some sort of lane that they can feel comfortable in as now Zai finds Jerax.
He's just able to walk up. The swashbuckle is there before the Fisher. And it's a good job so as well for Jerax, as he will survive. But, playing a little risky there. Just holding himself in position, sort of soaking up the stuns. Seb back to the top lane, keeping that farm going.
Thing is, I don't know what Anna's game plan is. Normally as a hard carry player, you're like, okay, well, I'm making space. Bounty Hunter is not a hero that you often have to make space for. It's typically the other way around, that Anna
walks into the sentry. Seb is there with the dust and a good nature's wrath as well. Tracks are out. They look to Yapsor. They have lost the Enchantress, but they're finding 1 kill. Tracks out onto Zai as well. They'll be able to find 2. The power of the bouncy getting this early bit of track gold. Double track kills for OG. Will close that little bit of a gap in gold that Secret did have the lead with.
easy 1.2k net worth.
And these are the sort of moves that we have to look out from for Seb. Ready to have that backup. Nature's Wrath as well. You cannot underestimate the potential bounces, this damage that can build up in the early game as Seb's able to hit the bounces right.
The damage that can build up, and also a good way to keep an Earthshaker Blink Initiator under control. We've seen time and time again in these series as Jerax going to go down by Puppey.
Sticks around a little too long on his own there. They do find Nisha up, and Nisha very low.
That Shrine's not up for 3 minutes, but
See if they can bring back up in Seb. TP's across. Nishik does get another snake out. Can they kill him off? They can. Sonic Wave's there from Thompson. They'll get the kill, but they lose Anna. Puppy's picked up a second kill. Can they have the control for Seb? No tail here as well. They're still looking for mid one. He is. They have the vision. He'll jump himself away. They'll look to Puppy instead. Puppy will fall. Thompson jumps in. He's still got his eyes on mid one. Mid one going for the TP out. He'll get out of there. Not enough burst to come out in time to kill him off. But OG now starting to get some kills, allowing the pressure to build up onto that top tier 1 tower. 10 minutes in, Yapso hoping for the top rune. And he will find it here. Double damage, but Jarek's always in. He steals it. The lucky shot proc with the silence. Yapso in trouble. There's a track. Anna's here as well as No-Tail to chase down the Shaker. This is another track kill surely for OG, and there we have it. More money here. Rolling in with these track kills. OG getting mobile and regaining control of the early game.
Let's go. They got to keep this pace up. Normally against Medusa, you've got yourself, a fair amount of time, but with a bounty hunter core, his job is to give you money.
So Thompson, he just blinks immediately in past the tier 1 tower. He's ready to go, but there's the Stone Gaze. OG, they've got to back out. Echo Slam pop. They're looking at Thompson. Fishes out as well. Thompson, he's deep, but he's dead. No-Tail dead as well. 2 full. As Secret, they may be able to even find more. They jump in towards Anna. They have the epicenter going. Anna is fast. The lucky shot proc slows them down long enough to buy Anna the space to back off. Mid-one's still trying to chase down Seb. Seb goes for the Cell Sprout. He still has the boundless strike. Seb in a lot of trouble. Anna, can he do anything to help him? There's a burrow strike onto Anna. They're going to turn towards him as well. Swashbuckle from Jarex out onto the 2 of them. No-Tail's coming across, but mid-one jumps in with a Primal Spring. Kills off Anna. Jarex potentially in trouble as well. He has Swashbuckle in a couple of seconds. He's trying his best with the juice, but the burrow strike's there from Zai. Jarex is dead. No-Tail. Now the focus. Thompson's back in. Canning off with the backup to turn this one around. He'll jump towards Zai. They're looking for this kill. Buyback from Jarex as well. They want to punish Secret for coming this deep, but mid-one's still going. Primal Spring in. Seb's in trouble. Seb's out of the game. Triple kill for mid-one. Burrow strike from Zai. Set up for more. It's going to be more. More dying on OG. Secret picking up kill after kill after kill. Despite the buyback from Jarex, they could not turn that one around, OG. As Secret is just unable to walk into the OG's half of the map and take everything.
As the panel said, this is not the kind of game as a Queen of Pain where you can just jump in all willy-nilly, especially underneath the tier 1 tower. Stone Gaze was popped. Immediately OG realized that they had a mistake, but Secret have too many items. The Sand King is too mobile with his maxed out burrow strike. He's catching up to all these targets who try to escape. And OG give back so much of what they had built up just a few minutes prior.
Stun after stun after stun. The chase is so huge as well from Secret with these long-reaching spells. The fishes, the roots flying out from Puppy, boundless strikes, primal springs. They can gap close so well on Secret's lineup.
And there's no especially tanky hero on OG that's okay being the one left behind and okay stalling out. Everyone is super squishy on the side.
And here's the jump in the mid. The Fisher into the root. Boundless strike will be used at the same time. It doesn't matter though. They still get the kill. Thompson's dead. No-Tail stuck in the Wukong's command. He cannot run himself away. Or can he with the heal? He will. No-Tail does survive. Anna in the midst of it all tracks out onto Zai. They'll jump in, diving the tower. Burrow strike from Zai. In with the Primal Spring. Yapso has the control. Anna surrounded. Anna's dead. Seb as well. Can he escape this? Can he find something in return? He's trying for Yapso, but the disarm from Puppy stops him from killing off the Shaker. Seb will fall. 4 dead on OG. It's now 21-7 for Secret. As Secret steamrolling down the middle lane, looking for the tier 1 tower. They should be able to take it without any response here as OG, the majority of them dead at the moment. As a 4K lead comes out, the Secret starting to look like a bit of a repeat of the performance they brought in game 1.
The way that Yapso and mid-one play these heroes, you'd think Fissure and Boundless Strike were hero targetable every single time. They're collecting multiple heroes, making it so easy for Secret to just follow up on this stun disable.
Just hitting perfect lines. As you say, just blocking them off, trapping them in. Boundless onto Seb. Seb. Up the Nature's Wrath. Starting to poke behind the tower. They've nearly taken this tier 1 tower, OG. Fortification comes out and Zai trying to break away with that burrow strike. OG a little hesitant on diving for more. Thompson's fallen for that before, and he won't fall for it again. They'll let Secret back away. As OG do clear up that tier 1 tower in the mid lane. They'll get an objective, and they will smoke up. Maybe see if they can get something else out of this, as Thompson will bottle an Arcane Rune.
You give up a few kills, you get very discouraged, and you're like, maybe I should just farm up this one item. But they have to keep slamming their head against the wall if they want to beat this Medusa. It doesn't matter how badly things go. If you go late, it's not going to work out. Bounty Hunter is only useful if you're getting kills. You just have to keep on going, hope that you can get some trades. Otherwise, you're just destined for failure if you just sit back and farm.
Bottom. Seb toying around with the idea of coming in, but it's still a very hard kill. Even with 2 cores down here, both Topson and Seb cannot really kill that Monkey King.
Topson's going to leave. Rest of OG's going to start moving up top.
You know that Zai and Yapso are potentially separated from the rest of the team. Zai actually jumping in with a Burrow Strike. Fish is there to follow up onto No-Tail. No-Tail, can he get the heal off? He cannot. No-Tail's dead. They'll get the first kill. Swashbuckle into the Lucky Shot proc. Jerax will set up for the kill in return on Zai. They'll take that one. Losing support, but gaining a core. Seb looking towards the TP, but he's a little too far up the high ground, Yapso. So Yapso will get away, but the OG are keeping pressure up on these lanes. As Seb will force down this tier 2 tower on the top lane. Fortification comes in. Secret, will they try and hold this? Yapso's in the neighborhood. So is Puppey. It looks like they'll let this one go. So OG, they are taking towers. They are taking some map control. Bottom lane, Silence proc is there onto Nisha. Nisha, very isolated at the moment. He pushed this out on his own. He has got the Stone Gaze, trying to hold them back, and that will proc through the magic community, freezing Jerax in position. Anna leads forward. Nisha has to back up at Puppey and Yapso. They'll go for the root. Nisha, stick charges, keeping the mana up. As he's too tanky of a beast for OG to tackle at this point in time. In Secret, they want to strike back. Leading from Zai. Burrow strikes out straight away onto Anna. That's the safe laner gone. See if they can jump in for more. Mid-1 with the chase potential. Has the Primal Spring down onto No-Tail. Boundless as well. Mid-1 now godlike on his Monkey King. A Secret keep the trades, favoring them heavily. Blink Dagger now done on Yapso.
Going from bad to worse, but Secret are playing it so well, and that's why it's happening. They're not willing to give up these one-to-one exchanges. Every fight is a team fight right now for Secret. Doesn't matter how important your Medusa is, to let her sit back and farm. And sure, you're going to converge on her whenever she's getting ganked, but everyone is showing up because if you give up one-to-one trades against the Bounty Hunter, the track gold will start adding up. Now Topson spotted out
they've
there.
got vision on him. Zai waiting for the opportune moment to jump in with the Burrow Strike. The rest of the team's there with the backup. Topson caught out. Seb, he's also in trouble. Jump in from mid-1. He has a Sprout, but they'll cut down the trees, surround him. Kill after kill for Secret, kill after kill for mid-1.
Oh, how are you going to do the boy like that? He's trying his hardest, but the window to be able to easily push down towers, sneak behind tier 1s, take some objectives is closing. Because this one-position Bounty Hunter, what's he going to do? Who's going to deal damage to towers?
I mean, sure, there's Rona. Anna even gets vision on Yapso, but Yapso just able to blink out. Anna can't even get the touch in to cancel the blink. That's 26-8, 7K lead in a game where it was emphasized by the panel how important it was for OG to have a lead at the start.
Not a stat you want to be proud of.
Zana, eyes on Secret up top. Still really unable to have made a big play with this Topson Quap. Start to poke Anisha. Has to be very careful when he does so. There's No-Tail. We'll try for the wraparound. See if they can go for this. There is no 2 on top of Zai. He's got the Epi. He's in with the Burrow onto Seb. Jump forward with the Primal Spring. Seb, he's going to go down. Topson's blinked in for this one. Nisha low on mana, low on health, but the false promise from Puppey keeping him safe. No-Tail taken down by the Fisher. Anna trying his best to run away. Can he hide in the trees? He cannot. Zai again jumping in. Burrow strikes there. 3 dead again on OG. Secret keep everybody alive. As their cause once again in this game 2 looking to be at a point where OG just cannot take a fight where the numbers are even when they've got they're able to outnumber Secret, they just cannot kill these cores.
Secret are world-class team fighters. Tons of teams basically fear them for being the best in team fights.
Oh, middle, jump in, Yapso, no hesitation, Echo slams down, Rolling Thunder from Jerax will be attempted to help him out, Topson, but Topson still goes down. Just dies too quickly at the moment on this under-farmed Queen of Pain. And Jerax, will he actually be able to get himself away from this side? He's got his eyes on him. There's the Burrow Strike, Boundless from mid-1. 2 more kills for this Monkey King. Mid-1, 14-0-8 here in game 2. The action just doesn't stop for Secret FaZe. Echo, Maelstrom, this Monkey King is out of control.
And I don't know when it starts getting better for them. Right now, Ana is working his way up to a Solar Crest. At the time that he completes it, Monkey King's not even going to need his own hero. You can just kill him with Wukong, command soldiers.
And Yapsor, he's in, and again, they just don't stop finding these pickoffs on the map anytime that OG come out alone. And anytime OG group up and try and make something happen as a team, Secret seemingly too far ahead for OG to come out on top of these actions. As Seb walks into a bit of a surprise, Secret's there ready and waiting.
You know, Bounty Hunter's on the OG team, right? Because it seems like everyone on OG is tracked 24/7.
It really does. Secret knows every single movement that OG's been making so far.
No-Tail quietly prancing around, little does he know.
He's not getting out. Another. A Secret, 34 kills at 20 minutes in. Thompson,
Oh, Thompson.
he'll live today. It's a different story this time around. I mean, Willie, they are continuing to chase him. He's got Blink back up in a couple of seconds. It is only a level 2 Blink, so the cooldown's still pretty low. And he'll have it out. They are going to still continue to chase this, I'd imagine. And they do find the Fisher. Yapsor, he didn't even have vision there, just hitting it straight blind. Secret, they want to keep this highlight reel going. They're into the jungle of OG. OG just have to make sure that they get right away from this. Jarak swashbuckling out of this. A Secret will keep that pressure on. Look for the tier 2 down bottom. Zai up to the cliff, getting the vision. I see No-Tail.
They're just making a montage of skill shots. It's nearly impossible to play a Queen of Pain under these conditions. It's nearly impossible to play any of these OG heroes under these conditions. But they set themselves up for this.
They did. They went for this draft that could have potentially had big impact if they were able to get those plays, get those lanes, but they just couldn't. Bottom lane with this safe lane bounty onto mid lane with Tops and Queen of Pain just went off to a disastrous start. Only Seb was able to find some lane where he could get the farm. He's still up there in net worth, but struggling himself to keep up, of course, with both Nisha and mid one. These cores barreling out of control.
13k net worth advantage. Thompson. Echo Slam.
Again, Yapsor. So much setup, so much catch and control. If they see you, they will kill you.
Heck, even if they don't see you, they're gonna kill you half the time.
Azana, he'll show himself. They're diving the tower. Fisher from Yapsor will uncharacteristically be off the mark.
How
so
dare he?
Anna will escape.
Unbelievable.
He's getting kicked.
He's getting kicked. Guaranteed.
Yapsor's got to step it up, you know.
And you'd
After
think...
that game one, he's got high standards to live up to.
I don't blame him.
I mean, what's he doing on the 8, 2, and 19 on the shaker? That's pretty good. They've found another Sep. They've sprout himself up. He's trapped him in, but he's trapped in with them. As this one, it's getting pretty messy, Tsunami.
You'd see the stat line and you'd think, oh, clearly the Medusa's on the Radiant side, right? There's no way the team with the Medusa has 37 kills to the 8 of the Bounty Hunter team and the Queen of Pain team. Ana just feverishly looking for something. Him and No-Tail smoked up. Jerax as well. Thompson trying to be the bait. But Secret's not even interested. They're just pushing top tier 2.
And with the items they have, the farm, the Secret has, they can push that a whole lot faster, of course, than OG can ever. Zai blinks in, jumps into the midst of the mall, instant TP backup. As soon as Secret see that there's heroes around, they're straight back. OG's got to get out. Anna tries for the TP, but it will be cancelled. Trapped in by the Fisher. He'll try his best to run, but the Boundless is out. This time Puppy, he'll take the kill.
How do they keep finding them? Yapsor immediately blinks onto his TP location. Gets the enchant totem.
As Thompson, the Sonic Wave into a Sonic Goodbye. As Thompson dead once again on the Queen of Pain. Puppy will have a pause here.
It was painful to watch. I needed it.
They were still having that discussion on why Yapsor missed that Fisher. And now he's blaming bugs. You know, yeah, it was just a bug.
My bad.
But OG, they have a mountain to climb if they are to turn this one around. 39-8, 24 minutes in 17k lead. as Yapsor massively breaking ahead from the average. They let it, I mean, we saw what he could do in game 1. They let him do it again in game 2. They let that shaker through, OG. And it's certainly biting them in the bottom. This is not looking good at all for OG. This is looking like Secret at their best. And definitely, you can imagine the other teams watching at the moment that are left in the competition. They've got to take close note of what Secret's doing to make sure that Secret isn't able to do it to them as well.
It's just, I don't know how much you can extract from this either. I mean, obviously Secret is playing out of control, but the draft from OG, like, it's possible that they knew that, you know, if we go for an even draft, Secret are just going to beat us based off of skill, because, I mean, Secret is looking like the #1 team in the world right now, whereas OG, they beat VP, and it looked really good. They completely destroyed VP, actually, in this grand span of like 40 minutes for the entire series. But Secret's a different beast, and OG may have felt that the only way we can beat them is by trying to do something different that Secret has never seen before. Unfortunately, this one-position bounty hunter is just not the answer. This is the bottom 4 net worth bounty hunter.
As OG, I mean, maybe, a high ground defense, is that any good really for OG's heroes? I mean, not really, is it?
No, I mean, as OG tends to do, I imagine they are just going to cut waves.
It's got to be about the split, about the wrap.
Exactly.
It's the only way. Seb, his eyes on him. Sprout up and a TP away, but indeed Zai,
center.
He's got the control. Fisher as well from Yapsor, making sure that there is no escape for this Prophet.
Played him like a fiddle. Used the Quelling Blade at the beginning of the laning phase. Held on to it until now, just for situations like that.
Into the Roshan they go. Mid1's already got his eyes out on mid. Ooh, Swashbuckle does jump out from the trees. Mid1 able to walk back away. They will chase. Rolling Thunder's out. Puppy's there with a false promise immediately. Onto Mid1. They can no longer kill this Monkey King. As he'll jump up, Jerax, Swashbuckle's out, but Mid1 reads him like a book. He's already in position to kill him off after the Swashbuckle. They also catch No Tail.
This phase Cedix is just going to be impossible for OG to deal with, even whenever they do think that they have a kill.
Oh, and Zai, indeed, dust out. Anna in the river. Can he run? No, he cannot. Yours is out. Mid1 wants the kill. Puppy will take it. He's the boss. As Nisha just continues to work on Roshan.
Meanwhile,
now Nisha's been having a chill game, only 1, 2, and 10, hasn't really been involved, and that's the scary thing, he hasn't needed to.
It's casual Scotty at 25 minutes,
yeah,
no big deal.
You add the Medusa into the mix, and it's going to get a whole lot worse for OG in these fights.
How much worse can it get, Owen? It's 8-43, Roche taken, Echo
no.
Slam used.
And another one. And another one. Sort of running out of things to say, Tsunami. There's only so many ways you could say OG's dying.
How are you going to disrespect the French audience like this?
OG struggling on the main stage, but hey, maybe as Sheev said, this is all part of the greater plan. You know, OG just wanting to get the fans more game and go for the lower bracket run.
Yeah, let's hope so. Because if they're trying to play Dota, it is not looking that way.
I know, Yapsor, Zai. They found Seb and No Tail. Trying to hit out some impetus. A bit of damage onto Yapsor. It is pushing Yapsor away, and this time Secret won't actually get the 2 kills that they jump in for. Seb's able to TP out. They should get No Tail though. Root controls out. No Tail dies. Yapsor wicked sick. Has No Tail 0, 12, and 4. Not his finest moments on this Enchantress, but not his finest moments at all for any of the members on OG in this match. Definitely one of the roughest games they've had in quite some time.
Yep.
As Secret just proving to be on another level entirely in this series.
And this would have been the true benchmark. Like, VP was signs of life from OG that, like, maybe this is it. Maybe this is their coming back in their TI form. And Secret is one of the most formidable opponents you could possibly face against, but this is not a good look at all. This does not inspire confidence in their drafting capabilities.
Nisha just standing there, taking the tier 3, base now exposed. Nearly hitting that 1K a minute gold lead. Team Secret in this match. Seb trying his best to keep pressure out on those side lanes. Secret quick to return the pressure straight on top of him. Thompson blinks out. As Nisha stands his ground, Yapsor's in with the control. Dust as well onto Anna. Anna will have the move speed to get away. Seb buys back.
I mean, 2 of the Secret heroes aren't even here right now. Mid1's farming the Radiant jungle, and this Medusa's just chipping away. All she needs is this Oracle and this Earthshaker. Mid1 finally jumps in. and makes his appearance known.
And Thompson, as soon as he's in, he's straight back out. The mid-brack's getting taken down. Thompson buys back. Zai being healed up by Puppy. No-Tail walks into the front line of fire. Immediately gets shredded. The bottom lane now focused by Secret as they move across. Keep pushing on. They know that there's no stopping. There it is.
That's
GG. Let the pain and suffering end for OG as Secret take this upper bracket match 2-0. Yapzor finishing in style with a nice free-man Echo Slam. Team Secret, ladies and gentlemen, arguably the scariest team at the moment in Dota 2. They will go on the main stage and they will do this to you. They will absolutely crush you, not just once, because sure, we see these one-sided games in series, but very rarely do we see it back-to-back. And Secret did exactly that. OG did not get to play at all.
No, and I mean, obviously, it's not just a questionable draft from OG. Secret were prepared for it. This Oracle pick was so effective at mitigating all the magic damage, being able to purge off these tracks. Mid one, Monkey King was all over the place despite having to deal with track, and Secret, they are looking like they're going to be in the grand finals without breaking a sweat.
Absolutely. What is going to stop this team? That is the question. And of course, OG, we will see them again. They'll be down in the lower bracket where they'll now have to make their run, but they've got to make some changes. 2 games in a row, Tsunami, where they put a lot of faith into this Pango pick very early on, maybe expecting it to have the coolness and smoothness of a 90s Sonic, but it ends up looking like a 2019 Sonic the Hedgehog. As this series ends 2-0 for Team Secret, as we'll pass you back to the panel.
I know there are a lot of fans of OG in the audience, and you know, I want to be very respectful to you guys, but that was a whooping, you guys. That was an absolute beatdown.
It was.
From start to finish. We thought this game was we thought this series was gonna be more exciting. Where do you want to begin breaking down this game and this series, Grant?
We could. I like with Tsunami. Let's talk about why do you think they went with the Pango pick first again?
Dude, the Pango is not the problem.
But you're always know what you're gonna first pick. You don't think it's the problem at all. You think every team should first pick it.
Ana is playing Bounty Hunter, homeboy.
Yeah, that's.
You don't have any natural like tower pressure.
I mean, they didn't have anything that game.
There's a Quap. They pick Quap into like a billion stuns. And yeah, it's funny
because I was starting off with one and we were going to go through all 5 of them.
Well, let's be real. If that was any other team than OG, we would have been like, all right, Secret wins. But because it's OG, you're like, oh.
They have a plan.
Oh, God, there's something maniacal here.
Yeah.
Like, this is going to be unbelievable. But then they took that one fight bottom around the shrine, or you could just call it chain feeding. And from there, you're like, all right, well, this game is looking impossible. Because it's just stun after stun. I think Yapzor played incredibly. Zai as well. Like, they just stun people. And mid one's like, hey, what's up, guys?
20-0 and 14 pulled the Nisha this game.
You know, this was a game of many records set and broken.
Good
but I don't
and
think,
bad.
I don't think these are the type of records you want to have on your name with the most deaths at what was it, 20 minutes for Ana.
Yeah. For No-Tail, yeah.
For No-Tail.
Oh my God, Thompson is 2-11.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a tough one.
It was. I think just from the beginning, right? And I mean, that's why coming in this series, I was like, it's going to be a 2-0 either way, because either OG's craziness wins or Secret, just best team in the world, runs over them. And that did happen.
They destroyed them.
They did.
I didn't realize it was that bad.
Yeah.
It was worse.
It was
very
worse.
Rough. And I think the biggest thing was they did it all 4v5. Nisha actually just farmed the first 15 minutes of the game, and then she baited a fight bottom by the tier 1 tower. And then, I mean, what are you going to do? Then she has 2 items and you can't fight at all. And there's mid one. Yeah, we talked about it. His Storm and Monkey King. He was first picked, his core in both the games. And guess what? He absolutely wrecked in both the games. And that should never be the case.
No.
There's, I saw some tweet about how it feels like every once in a while you're watching Secret play and it looks like they're connected to a hive mind.
Yeah.
And this game, I think, was the best example of that because it just...
perfection.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the same time, I do... you know, it's tricky, right? Because when watching this series and you're seeing Secret dominate the series, it's 2-0, the games, they don't feel close. It's definitely one-sided. But at the same time, I also see OG with drafts that seem a little bit gimmicky.
Yeah,
But that's
And-
their whole strategy, right?
but no,
No,
it's not.
that's
It's
not.
not.
I don't. Okay.
I don't think because they go with look how they got here. They beat OG with this.
You wouldn't say
Drow
Mag
strat.
PA is
Mag PA
gimmicky?
is not gimmicky. Mag PA is strong. It's something that people were first doing. It's not a gimmick.
It is now. No
A
one
gimmick-
plays it but
A
them.
gimmick is like sleight of hand. Okay, it's like something that's not repeatable.
I would say,
It's a
wasn't it
trick.
TI? I think it's very gimmicky now, because why isn't everyone just doing it then? If it
It's like Oracle Husker is not a gimmick. It's understood. You know it's good. You know what it beats.
That's
You
definitely
know how to
gimmick.
beat it. But it's something you can repeat. That's always going to be good.
We're
It's not-
hanging on semantics here.
Well,
Point
there
of
isn't
fact
much.
is, OG, we have
there-
seen OG
yes.
play better than what they brought to the table here today, and I think that is
Yeah,
that
seen
is
them
just
strat
evident.
better.
Yes,
Yes.
I think it goes back to Puppy too, because just banning the ABBA Drow both games, it removed two of the strats that they beat VP with, and it made OG. I mean, OG had to know that coming in, though